I'm like a record player. I keep going round with the needle in my arm, making someone else's sound. And lately I've been dreaming of blue and empty skies.
Hello, lovelies. Happy Wednesday. Or whenever you're watching this. I am once again a daredevil and have decided to fight gravity, and I lost. So I was going to make this video yesterday, but just not happening. I do now know that it is possible to do weird gymnastics without meaning to. And thanks to Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, at least I'm very flexible and nothing broke. So, this is by far the favorite jellyfoot hat I have ever made. I'm thinking about putting a wire through the brim, but I'm not quite sure yet. I think I kind of like the flappy. This is my first jellyfoot hat in acrylic. And I'm keeping this one because I like this one. This was Lion's Basic Stitch. I got this a long time ago in a surprise box that I still don't know where it came from, but I very much appreciate it. And for some reason, my brain told me this is a self-striping yarn. It is not. And I love the variations in this. I really do. It shows up more orangey on camera, but it's a cherry red, and it's got black and cream, and I believe they call this right there, I believe that's a sky blue. It's a bluey gray color, but it really works up nice in the hats. You can tell when I change stitches, but you know, I like this one. And with one skein of Basic Stitch, I have this much left after making this hat. So, one skein project. Go! I have figured that since you guys have stuck around and watched my relearning crochet project things, I am going on a journey, and I'd like you guys to come with me. I've always said that I am not a pattern girl, that I would rather eyeball things and just kind of make, because my brain is old and math is not fun. But now we're going on a pattern journey. So I'm going to set that up in a different playlist. I'll do my regular just goofy me, look at this, look what I made. But I'm going to set up a separate playlist for my pattern journey. And I figured I don't make amigurumi, so we're not going for an amigurumi pattern. I like to make things that are wearable or functional, so maybe I should make a bag. But I don't want to just make, you know, the easy peasy continuous double crochet tote bag. So I'm jumping into this with both feet with an intermediate pattern. I am going to make the cat lady bag. This is a pattern designed by Divine Debris and is available on Lion Brand Yarn's website. and it's like, it's very, I will give them credit, it is very picture happy. There are diagrams, there are photos, so it's not just a piece of paper that has, you know, a whole bunch of codes on it. They actually, all of the squares are kind of graphghans, so they give you the graphs for each square, as well as the written instructions for each square, and then they show you how to put it all together, and then they show you how to seam it all together. So it will be a tote bag. It will be a solid tote bag. So like granny tote bags are cool, but they have the big spaces in them where stuff can fall out. So this is going to be a tote bag that you don't need to line. You can line it if you want to, but it will have no gaps, no holes, no places for things to fall out of. If you'd like to pattern along with me, then I will tell you this pattern suggests a size 4 crochet hook. And the colors they suggest are all Lion Brand Vanish Choice. This is the color Chocolate for the cats. This is the color Linen for the background of the cats. And this is the color Fisherman. And this is that light creamy white color. And the chocolate and the Fisherman are going to use to border and make handles. So you should only need 4 balls of whatever your choice. Lion Brand Vanish Choice is 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 100% acrylic, machine washable and dryable. We love that. We love that. And it's your basic size 4. And it's squishy. I love squishy yarns. I could do this all day. But it is. It doesn't have much of a smell to it. It smells like yarn. Sometimes you get yarn that smells like factory. Sometimes you get yarn that smells like barnyard. This just smells like yarn, but it's soft and it's squishy. And I've never actually used this particular brand from Lion, so this is going to be my first with Vanish Choice. And you guys know how I am with reading patterns and things and stuff, so if you want to make along with me, that will be in my new playlist, and I am going to start on that a little later today. Brain's a little slow. I kind of landed on my head yesterday and I'm slightly concussed. So I've already talked to my doctor. So you don't have to worry about that. I actually have my primary doctor's home cell phone number. So just in case something happens, I can always get a hold of her. And she told me what to watch out for. She told me to watch my temperature. She told me to watch everything. And that as long as I don't start slurring my words And as long as my vision stays consistent, I should be okay. You, on the other hand, if you get concussed, please contact your doctor and follow their orders. Don't follow me in because I have like weird conglomerate medical situation. Whereas most people that get a concussion go to the hospital. I'm in the hospital all the time anyway, so I have my doctor's phone number. What else? What else was I gonna say? I am searching for a really good crocheted pumpkin to make little crocheted pumpkins, because I have even bought little kit boxes for little pumpkins, thinking that would be easier, but so far all I have seen is crochet a ball and then tie yarn around it to make it segmented like a pumpkin, and I don't want to do that. I want to find an actual segmented pumpkin pattern. So I'm going to be on the lookout for that today. I am going to start my Kira Can Read Patterns playlist today. So I have gone through, I have read through the pattern, and even though it says it's an intermediate, I think we're good. You have 3 colors of yarn, a 4mm hook, and the only stitches you need to learn are chains, slips, single crochet, and back loop, front loop. I'm thinking that sounds pretty easy. I'm going to be so sorry I said that. But don't let the word intermediate scare you, because I consider myself a beginner. I do. Had I been crocheting for as long as my mother-in-law tried to teach me, I would be an intermediate by now. But I was young and impetuous and did not understand right away, therefore it's stupid, I'm not doing it. Because you know how young people are. Now I wish I had my mother-in-law back, because she could help me with so much of this stuff. But if you get the pattern, now I will say, I don't think the Cat Lady bag is a free pattern. I do think you have to get the pattern from Lion, but when you get the pattern from Lion, it comes as a kit, and they send you the yarn that comes with it, and you can customize your own colors. I'm looking through. They give you an email to write in case you're stuck on something. And I have never done a Grafgan. I have never done any type of Grafgan. So my Grafgans are going to be, I'd say, about 4 inches by 4 inches for each of these little cat squares. But the way they have the pattern set up, they give you the graph of the square, and then they tell you in easy peasy chart language, row 1 has this many of this color, row 2 has this many of this color. So I think that's rather awesome, because I'm going to need all the details I can get, because I have never done any kind of graph crochet. I have never tried to make a picture in anything I crocheted. So this is like me learning all kinds of things all at once. And I figure if I can make this cat lady bag, I can probably make any of the granny square bags out there, because the granny squares are easier. Right now, this is my opinion. Not my opinion once I started. But I think the granny squares are easier to deal with than the Grafgan cats. So, if I can do it, you can do it. So, feel free to crochet along with me. You will need 13 of the same size squares. You can use granny squares, you can use cat squares, you can go on to Lion and purchase their kit, and that'll give you the yarn, that'll give you the PDF for all of the instructions in full color, and that makes it so much easier. I have a couple extra skeins from my yarn hoard of Vanish Choice, just in case, because we always need a little extra yarn, just in case. Because let me tell you, doing the last row of single stitches, I was holding my breath. This has the label in the middle. That's how I wind my cakes. I stick the label in the middle so I know what it is. But this is all I had left. So I'm doing like my second single crochet of the border, and I'm going, please, 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 please don't run out. So it didn't run out. And I was thinking about using this to make dog blankets for, but I have genuinely fallen in love with the way this color works out. And this, the gray, it's blue. It's a light blue gray. But the red, black, and white are like so my youngest kid's favorite colors. Favorite combination of colors. So I think the other 2 skeins of this are going for something for him, because I like it. Vanish Choice is soft and smushy. Soft and smushy. Soft and smushy. I found out the other day in Joann's, there wasn't a lot of people in there, but I found out the other day in Joann's, I am not the only person that does the squish test before they put the yarn in the cart. You have to kind of squish and turn it over and squish some more, and then you have to squish from both ends. So I'm not the only one that does the pre-buying squish. And if you do get Vanish Choice from Lion Brand Yarns, it helps donate to St. Jude. And why would you not want to donate to St. Jude? So there you go. So I'm going to give you guys a little time to get construction materials together and all of that fun stuff. I am doing my own tote bag as an alternative. That'll be in a different section, because I put up a poll and said, you know, if you want to do a crochet along with me, what would you want to do? And you guys said tote bag. So I'm designing a tote bag as well as doing this one. The one I designed only requires 2 different shades of Pound of Love. Now I have put these in the bag so I can't read it clearly. Okay. I am doing my own personal tote bag in Lilac and Mermaid. And that's going to be used in a 5mm hole. So you need 2 different colors. You need a base color and either color to go with it, a variegated, you know, I did mine in a variegated and then a base color that is in the variegation. You don't have to do that. Just 2 different yarns, same size, same consistency. I just happen to have 80 bajillion pounds of love everywhere, and the Lilac is in the Mermaid, and Bob's your uncle. So I know that'll work. Trying to think. It's very early. My brain's a little foggy because apparently you're not supposed to land on your noggin. I landed on my noggin. And thankfully, because I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, landing on my noggin is not as bad as it is for other people. Give me just a second. I seem to have lost something. I found it. I need my nicotine. Six milligrams OMG, so good. It just tastes like caramel. I like caramel. Caramel's my jam. Only nicotine. No illicit substances here. Just nicotine. I am going to start working on my prototype for the crochet along with the bag. And once I finish that, I can start my crochet along tote. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it. Something mermaidy probably, because, you know, mermaid yarn. But I have lots to do now. And my doctor told me not to do anything overly tiring or strenuous for the next 48 hours. So yarn. Yarn it is. So, this isn't my first concussion. This is like, I don't know. That's probably bad. But yeah, I don't know. I'm used to it. It is what it is. When you have all these stupid conditions and they all kind of work together to work against you, then weird things happen. I was talking to Kitty Lane the other day and said I totally need to make a shirt that says Fall Risk Club. For all of us oldsters that crochet. Careful what you're doing, she's a fall risk. Maybe that'll be one of the first things on my shop. Because, you know, we're inching ever so closer to monetization. And once we get monetization, I'll be able to be that girl that goes, hey, new yarns came out. Look, I got the new yarns that came out. I hope. I would love to be that girl. I don't have that girl's money. So, you just get me and my weird eBay purchases and, you know, my random orders when I decide to splurge on myself. This hat is very warm. The Jellyfoot hat in acrylic is very warm. Just in case any of you were wondering, that hat was very warm. Now, put on my second favorite hat. I find it odd that my first and my second favorite hat are both red. Because I'm really not a red person. I really don't wear a lot of red. But I really like how this came out. I had the, they call it monkey red It's red and white stranded together. So we just did the plain red and the monkey red, and I just did the monkey red as the outside because I remember sock monkeys, and I really should have made this hat gray with the monkey red, but I wasn't thinking. But I have some more, so I might do that. But I don't think anybody younger than me knows what a sock monkey is. I really don't. I mean, I had sock monkeys that were actually made of socks, and then they started making like mass-produced sock monkeys, which are just kind of defeats the whole point. But I'm old, and I think that way, so whatever. Okay, not gonna worry about making a sock monkey thing. Do have to stress, I have had a lot of people say that I sniffle a lot, or I itch my nose a lot, and I apologize. I try to keep that under control, but I have mast cell activation syndrome, which basically means I'm allergic to the world. My allergic responses are stronger than usual, and sometimes my brain just says, hey, you know that thing you haven't been allergic to in 50 years? Yeah, you're allergic to it now. So there's a lot of days where I'm sniffling or the nose is itching. I am on 3 types of allergy medications constantly, and I still do the sniffly nose itchy thing, which I try not to do on camera. I'm not a noob at this. I had a video show twice a week, like 10 years ago. Oh, it's been a long time. So, also quick shout out to Delaware Vapor. I have one of the original gray shirts. I have a lot of Delaware Vapor shirts because, you know, the hopes. So I am going to curl up. I'm going to make myself a second cup of coffee. One of these days I'm going to use a coffee mug with my own logo on it, but I keep forgetting I have those. I have very bad memory recall just from all the years of sick and medication, and it is what it is. I could sit and cry about it, or I can make fun of myself, so you know, it's always more fun if you can laugh. Sometimes all you can do is laugh. Sometimes you don't have the hydration to cry, so you have to laugh. This went down a dark path, I'm sorry. So, setting up the prototype, because I am not going to create a bag with you guys watching and then I have to frog things. So I'm setting up a prototype of the Crochet Along With Me. I suggest 4-weight yarn, 5 hook, any color combination you wish. I'm going with a solid and a variegated, but I am probably going to start those this weekend. I'm going to start the videos to Crochet Along With Me this weekend, because then I'll be able to figure out exactly what we're doing, because I don't design on paper. I pick up yarn and I just do, and then I have to figure out what I did, which is probably harder, but my brain says no, it's not. So there's that. Blah, blah, blah. My brain's foggy, so I'm not going to keep on rattling. I'm going to get another cup of coffee, and I am going to get started on, I have so many things to do. So many things to do. But yes, most definitely. Let me know in the comments if you want to do the Crochet Along tote bag, which I don't have a name for yet because I haven't designed it yet, but I'm already working on it. If you want to do the cat lady bag, I don't know if I'm allowed to do that since it was designed and distributed by someone else, but I will show you my progress in the Kira learns how to make stuff she doesn't know how to make. Let me know what colors you're going to use for your crochet along tote. The one that I'm designing, let me know what colors you're using. Maybe you'll inspire me. I'm going to keep my crochet along with basic stitches. I'm thinking about throwing some post stitches in there, but I know a lot of people have trouble with post stitches. So let me know what stitches you're comfortable with. I'm designing this for you guys so you can have like an easy peasy tote to make. So let me know what you want to see in it, and I'll see if I can do that. Also, try not to collect rings like Sonic, because your body's not supposed to bend that way. Okay, so I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you for joining. If you could give me a like or a subscribe, they're both free, and that would help me out very much. That would help me out very muchly in the algorithm, because half the people that watch me don't subscribe. And if all of you guys subscribed, I could do more stuff. I would like to do more stuff. Until then, be kind. Be kind to yourself. Sprinkle it like seeds. It's free, and the world needs more. Until next time, lovelies.